New Saga, new Saga, chat. I had to think about it for a second just to make sure I'm getting the name right because it's a very simple name compared to like other anime where it's like completely way too long. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? I started watching this and I gotta say, it felt kind of. It started getting really good around episode 5, and I've never really said an anime was getting good, like a little bit further in. I hear it all the time where it's like, oh, you have to watch it well into like episode 60 and then it starts getting good. Like, nah, if it's not good and like it's on square day one, I don't want anything to do with it. It wasn't bad on the first episode. It's just when I was watching it, I'm like,
Scratching my balls.
Really, King Remedy? That's dumb. He's scratching his junk. That's disgusting. So I was like, it's all right, but it's not. There's nothing really like holding me to watch this. All right. I started getting more interested in the anime after I started seeing all the characters and after things started unfolding. Because you remember I told you I don't like being able to predict where the anime is going to go. I think no one likes that, really, unless you like that kind of stuff. Then hey, go for it. But while I was watching this, and on episode 5, they threw a curveball that was like, what? I was actually kind of I was literally surprised by it. I'm like, I thought everything was gonna. So here's the thing: we have the main character who, him and his like group of friends, as you can see, some of them here. Him and his group of friends had to defeat the Demon King. We've seen it time and time again with any anime, right, chat? Right, like anything. But what ended up happening is that he was, while he defeated the big bad guy, right, at the first episode, right, the first episode, while he defeated the main bad guy, or after he defeated him, he was just gonna lay over and die, but he messed with some magic jewel that he found during the battle, and he got sent back in time, right? His soul got sent back in time. What ended up, I'm not gonna tell you what exactly happened, but things don't seem to play out like he thought they would. And not in the sense that, hey, things are different, is that he's starting to see things in a different light, if that makes any sense, right? And I found that very interesting because I thought what was going to happen is that we were going to see the main character go back in time and start, having all these battles. But he's going to be stronger because he is stronger. But we thought he was just going to be stronger to the point where he's fighting a bunch of random demons or random monsters here and there. But that's not what happened. What ended up happening was the surprising part is that I don't want to see. Here's the thing: a lot of you are probably going to pass this one up, so I'm just going to tell you like the one surprising thing that happened. He started fighting one of his friends, and I'm like, oh snap! One of the guys he was supposed to be on a journey with, he started fighting him, and I'm like, I didn't predict that at all. I didn't predict that. And here's the thing: there's not as much fighting as it would be with other anime. There is fighting, right? But they seem to put a lot of strength into their storytelling and their their world building, and I kind of like that. Not too much world building, right? It was just like it gives you a reason to like these characters, really. The first episode made me feel like I don't care. Like I was really feeling like that. It really feels like that. But what ended up happening is that actually I kind of want to spoil it for you. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I will show you like a few few screenshots, right, of characters that will make you find a little interest in this. King Remedy says, does the main character always keep an 8-ounce bottle of baby oil in their bag all the time? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it is. How did you know, King Remedy? How did you know? Oh my gosh. So here's a few characters that that, like I told you before, the characters is what kind of got me interested in it. Doctor says Juggernaut 2.0. Yeah, pretty much. I saw, so at the first episode we see this character, and then we see this bad guy right here in this massive dragon. Um, where have we fought a dragon? What game have? Oh yeah, Elden Ring. I don't want to talk about Elden Ring right now. Let's move it forward. I'm too upset. I'm still upset with Elden Ring, man. Ah man, I haven't played it in so long, but man, does it drive me up a wall. So this guy's aura farming, but then we see this lady right here with a two-sided sword or something like that kind of thing, and then over here we see this old guy with the katana, right? It's these characters that when they popped up, it got me like really interested in seeing like, oh man, what they're gonna be up to kind of thing, chat. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy. Here's one, right? I'm like, okay. And then we see this lady. I don't even know who she is, but apparently she has something to do with this guy right here. I don't know. This is what's getting me interested in like into this anime. After all this, because this is like way into the before the time skip backwards, right? When I see all these characters, I'm like, okay, what we got here? That's what caught me. That's what hooked me in. Normally, I don't like seeing stuff that goes, backwards like this. I don't like seeing the ending before, like, seeing the past. I don't like going backwards, chat. I don't. I like to move forward. It's one of the reasons why I don't want to see Star Wars in the death of Darth Vader. Spoiler alert: the death of Darth Vader, and then watch a series of like what his journey was like. I don't want to see any of that. I don't want to see any of that. Let's see. And then we see this guy right here. I like this guy. He's awesome. Check it out. You got this right here. This blade. You know you're deadly when your blade is that small compared to your entire handle. You gotta be on a whole nother level. Let me tell you, a whole nother level, chat. Then we see this lady. She's probably some succubus or something like that. But what makes me really interested in this anime is seeing if these bad guys are really bad guys, right? Like, why? What's up with all these guys? Because I know, like, Frieren, they took the whole, like, bad guys to a different level. Is that, hey, they're bad and they're bad. There's no redemption arc or nothing. If you're bad, you're going into a hole in the ground. King Remedy says, I found out I love Star Wars because when he says I'm your father, it helps my daddy issues. That's wild, King Remedy. Is that why you liked it? Oh god. Doctor says she looks like she's from Tokyo Ghoul. You know what? You might be onto something. I can see that. But I'm pretty sure, like, Tokyo Ghoul wasn't the one to start the whole eyeball thing. Is Tokyo Ghoul the one where the girl, she's a photographer and she was taking a picture of this ghoul, I think, who was having his first bite, and he got upset that she ruined his first bite, so dropped her out a window, but for some reason dropped down to catch her. I need to see that. Doctor says yes. I need to see what's up with that, because I've only seen that in a clip. I never really seen, if that's the main anime, if that's the focus of that particular season. I would 100% watch that. All the other characters I really don't have too much interest in terms of Tokyo Ghoul, but for those two characters, I want to see how those play out. And so that's our main character right here, chat, right there. And there's another character right here in the sword. We will see her in a little bit. She's kind of like the Rebecca of the Rebecca of the series, but less annoying. I'm not saying Rebecca is annoying, but you know what I mean, chat. Like they always have the Doctor says a sword god. I would more like a princess, really. That's the item that he found while he was fighting the thing. Apparently, it takes a lot, and I'm gonna tell you this because there's a lot of expedition in the anime. This thing is like the Philosopher's Stone, right? Where it takes a lot of souls to power it. Power it. There it is. That's a word. Those are words. It takes a lot of souls to power it, or not even souls, just life, really, life energy. So a lot of people die to power it. Apparently, the Demon King, for whatever reason, wanted to use it to go back in time. For whatever reason, I'm not sure. if he wanted to. Who knows? But he manages to get his hands on it, and after defeating the Demon King, and then he went back in time by accident. All right, there it is. So this is the girl who's in the sword right here. Doctor says that red stone looks like it's from the like a Harry Potter movie, the Chamber of Secrets movie. Yeah, I can see that. I really want to watch a series of that. Yeah, I could watch they coming out with a TV series. I'm kind of interested in watching it. Yeah. So this girl, she's like a princess or something like that, or at least she was constructed by like a princess or a queen from like a long time ago, a very long time ago. So she's like the I don't know, an AI, but not an AI. I'm using AI because it's easier for you to understand what I'm talking about. But from a technology from a long time ago, she was constructed and she was put into that sword and everything. So, but what I find her interesting about her is that she's not the annoying type. Like she's a lot more chill than you see with a lot of short main characters, right? Where they're like kind of over the top, rambunctious and all that stuff. She's kind of that, but not in the annoying way. Yeah, she's just hyped. She's a little hyped, and she likes food too. But she's not the annoying childish type, if that makes any sense. Yeah, but she's one of my favorites so far. In this scene right here, she was talking mess about the creator of one of these sword thing. She was saying how like a long time ago, if she would have said anything like bad about the creator's art, because he was like kissing the creators of these swords like butt and everything, and she was like, oh yeah, I know who that is. He was a crybaby kind of thing. I'm like, ooh. But if I have to give this anime a rating, I would probably have to say I give it a good 8. Chat. Normally I say a lot of anime are just 10 out of 10, but this one, I think what holds me to wanting to keep watching this is that I want to see where and when and how, who, what, when, where, and why, and how those other characters we saw like come in, like what they have to do with all of this, like why and how. Right now, here's the thing: a proper story, right, is when the good and bad characters are kind of, their reason behind what they do is kind of like not too clear. You don't know if they're good or you don't know if they're bad. That's a proper character. However, because that's been played out a lot, now everybody kind of wants the other thing where a bad character is just bad. Doctor says heroes and villains. Yeah, but nowadays, like a lot of people would just want a bad character to be bad with no reason. They're just bad. They're just evil. They want something like just new for that. But that's not. I don't know. I guess you could write things any way you want, right? But also, what makes me want to also, aside from the characters themselves, watch more of this is because I saw one of the good guys, like who's a part of the crew and everything, do some villainous stuff. And I'm like, oh my god! I was actually shocked. I was shocked again. I'm like, oh my gosh! I thought you were a good guy. Like he's a good guy, and he's just on a whole nother level of bad. And what makes it even better is that this guy, it's like, so this guy's friend who's in the party. I see. I'm telling you this because you're probably not going to watch it. There's a good chance you won't watch this. So I'm just going to tell you just to get it, because you already know it's going to be in a YouTube short or YouTube reel or what have you. If you're going to watch this and you don't want me to tell you something, leave a like. Leave a like and then stop watching right here. All right, leave a like and stop watching right here, and subscribe too if you don't mind. So, his friend, if you're still not sure if you're gonna watch it, I'm gonna just tell you this: his friend is just way stronger than him, right? Even though he came back from the future and he's in his younger self, and he's stronger, his friend is still stronger than him, and it's a wild one. It's a wild one. You know what? I'm gonna bump that up to a 9 out of 10. This anime. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll probably follow up with this because there's 5 episodes out right now. Yeah. Yeah. I tried watching. I think one of the reasons why the first episode kind of threw me a little bit is because I watched it in dub. I think that's why. Maybe see reason why I watch stuff in dub chat is because I be doing other stuff. I was preparing to do this live stream while I was watching this, so I want to be able to hear it. But at the same time, it's like when you watch things in dub or if you watch things that's not in your that's not in Japanese, it everything comes off as corny if that makes any sense. It's like oh normal people don't talk like that, but when we watch it in Japanese, like I can get behind that. Yes, 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 yes. Anyway, chat. The name of this anime is New Saga. I would highly recommend you give it a try. The first episode is a doozy. Be sure not to watch it in English. Watch it in Spanish. I think it'll be a lot easier for you. The first episode is a doozy. The second one, the third, I don't know. I think it hooked me completely on the 5th episode. Yeah, that's not really what you really want to see in an anime, but hey, it's working out. It's working out. Anyway, chat. On with the rest of the show. Doctor says Japanese horror story. I know, right? Alrighty. On with the rest of the show.